according to science means death. When Noble Drew Ali stated, black according to science means death, he was not speaking about race or skin color. He was speaking the language of alchemy, an ancient science of human transformation and purification. Alchemy, at its core, is not about turning lead into gold. That is surface-level symbolism. True alchemy is the science of transformation, the process by which a degraded state is broken down, purified, refined, and restored back to its original order. In its highest form, alchemy is not concerned with metals, but restoring man to his original state. That is why alchemy has always been tied to spirituality. Spirituality meaning inner transformation and self-mastery, not religion. In ancient Moorish and Egyptian sciences, spirituality was never about dogma, worship, or belief. It was about process. It was about what happens to consciousness when it moves through cycles of decay, purification, and rebirth. This is why Noble Drew Ali referred to his teachings as science. Moorish science is spiritual alchemy. Science does not ask you to believe. Science shows you how something works. Moorish science was never about faith alone. It was about understanding cause and effect within the human being. When man falls into disorder, ignorance, and degeneration, alchemy explains why. And when man rises through discipline, balance, and right knowledge, alchemy explains how. In classical alchemy, transformation is mapped through a series of stages, each represented by color. These colors are not symbolic decoration, but scientific markers of process. Alchemy traditionally works through 4 primary phases: black, white, yellow, and red. Each color represents a specific condition of matter and consciousness as it moves through transformation. Only after understanding this lane of science does the black phase make sense. The very first stage of alchemical transformation is called Nigredo, the black phase. The words Nigredo and Negro are linguistically related through the same Latin root niger, meaning black. Black, in this context, is not about skin or race. It is a scientific term describing a condition, a state of decay that precedes purification. So when Noble Drew Ali said, black according to science means death, he was identifying a conditioned state, not a race. In legal language, Negro functioned as a condition of civil death, a status in which a person is biologically alive yet dead in law, unable to claim rights, sovereignty, or standing. In alchemy, the equivalent condition is called Nigredo, and here is where history becomes precise. During colonization, a condition that once described a death process in spiritual alchemy was converted into a fixed identity under European laws. The term Negro did not emerge from biology. It emerged from a symbolic condition that was transformed into a permanent legal status. What was meant to be temporary became permanent. What was meant to lead toward purification was used to justify racial domination. The people were placed into a state of perpetual Nigredo, legally and socially, cut off from albedo, from purification, from restoration. This is why Noble Drew Ali's work was not religious. It was corrective. In summary, when examined scientifically, black refers to a state of dissolution or unrecognized potential. In alchemy, it signifies symbolic death preceding transformation. In metaphysics, it denotes the unawakened consciousness. In law, it came to represent civil death through imposed status. Noble Drew Ali's mission sought to reverse all 3, restoring identity, establishing self-knowledge, and correcting legal standing. Black, according to science, is not an end. It is a beginning that demands completion through knowledge, law, and self-awareness.